Don't just be tied up with the PLP and the FNM and so blind that you're not hearing other perspectives with regard to how our country should be run and how things can be done differently. Understanding that there are a number of people who are in these political offices who do not have our best interests at heart. And so much things are taking place in our country, and we need to wake up and smell the coffee and take a stand and stop allowing people to bamboozle us. Much of what is happening to us is through systemic bamboozling, where they're using the media and using their political machinery to convey messages that are not necessarily true, but suits their purpose for which they intend or which they are expressing that message. And so we now need to wake up and get ourselves in a different place where we are educating ourselves on what's happening in our country. And I think, and we must give Lincoln Bain credit for taking on the mantle to do something of that magnitude, where he's seeking to educate the people of the Bahamas with respect to what's going on in the country. Today I watched him discuss the issue with the medals, because of course you know that medal scandal has been a total disaster, where the government of the Bahamas moved and had Haiti and the Bahamas attached to one medal when that should not be so. And Lincoln Bain, and even though they tried to justify it, lying on the UN, talking about the UN decide how the medals were designed, Lincoln Bain was able to show us from the law how those medals were supposed to be designed and why the government broke the law when they allowed those medals to be created and placed on our Defense Force officers. And so, you know what, it's a lot to take in, but we need to, as long as we don't try to get ourselves knowledgeable, we're going to always be in a place where people can take advantage of us. Get that knowledge for yourself. Know what's happening for yourself. Don't listen to one perspective. Don't simply listen to the person who is putting something in your hand or giving you a ham and take you or one school bag every August and taking that as gospel. Listen and hear the pointers and see what the law says and know your rights. You understand? Because otherwise you will consistently be taken advantage of. That's just the reality of the matter. All right? Now that we've moved past that, because I need to get my TikTok started, and once I get my TikTok started, I'm going to get right into the show, and we have a lot of stuff that we need to talk about. And of course, I already highlighted one point from Lincoln Bain. The other point I will highlight from Lincoln Bain, you have to listen to the show to hear that. But it is a hot piece, and I'm glad that he brought it up. I was not aware of it, and I need Lincoln to send me that letter regarding Justin E. Smith. But we can talk about Justin and Fred Mitchell. You all know Fred Mitchell, I practically got fired over Fred Mitchell, even though that's how they got me to Nassau on the police plane. Well, Lord of mercy. Anyway, we back at it. So just give me a chance to get TMI started on the TikTok, and once we get it started on the TikTok, then we will go ahead with the show. Yes, it's all alleged. So the TikTok done already halfway there. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, and then I need to make the camera just a little bit bigger. There you go. Get it a little bit bigger. Get it a little bit bigger. Okay, yeah. Now, y'all see my haircut. I believe my haircut is pretty well done.